Alright guys, welcome back to the Football Manager 2021 Hearts Career Mode. This is episode 4. We're finally going to get the Scottish Championship started. We're going to get underway and we're taking on the team that we expect to challenge us for the title this season. We're taking on Dundee. So massive game, opening game, doesn't get much bigger than this. Arguably the biggest game of the season. And it's the first game. Like, what is the chances of that? And the fact that we still have a shitload of injuries. Boyce is out for more or less the entire season. Naismith's out more or less out for the entire season. I don't think Michael Smith is going to be available for the Dundee game. There's also a good chance Peter Haring won't be available either. So, I mean, it's not great. We're doing okay in the Betfred Cup. We'll quickly have a look at that. I have played one game off screen, and it was a 2-0 win over Montrose away from home. So in the Betfred Cup Group B, we're looking alright. We're doing good. We're top of the table there. We've got 3 wins, albeit one of the wins was a penalty shootout win, so instead of getting 3 points, we only get 2. But we're still comfortably at the top of the table, and really all we need is a win in our last game against who's the team we've still to play? Is it Raith Rovers? Yeah, it's Raith Rovers, so all we need to do is beat Raith Rovers, guys, and that's us basically into the next stage, and then that's when the big boys come in from the Premiership, so things do get more interesting there. Now, I was looking at the finances of the club, and obviously you can talk to the board and want to make adjustments and stuff like that. And I think I'm going to make a board request here, and I think I am going to request if the board will consider getting a senior affiliate. I just think having a senior affiliate will help us potentially get players on loan from a club that is, a lot bigger than us and has better players. And to me, it just makes sense. Plus, it normally comes with some sort of monthly transaction, some sort of monthly, payment. So I think we're going to go ahead and ask for that. Now, we have asked for it, and the board said they will give it back to us shortly, so there's not a lot we can do now. We've asked, now all we need to do is sit and wait. I think that's all we're really going to ask the board for at the moment. We're kind of happy. What the hell's add loan manager? Add loan I wonder. I have no idea what that is, guys. If anyone knows what add loan manager means, let me know. I don't want to click it in case we end up bringing in Jose Mourinho or something for a couple of weeks on loan. But I don't know what that means. But we have requested the board to look for a senior affiliate, so hopefully they get back to us soon. And maybe if we get one by the time the January transfer window comes along, we can try and get some players on loan. But we haven't got time for players now. We haven't got time for affiliates. What we do have time for, though, is this match against Dundee. Now, they recommended that we go in strong tackling against Charlie Adam, and I totally agree with that. Take long free kicks. You know what? The assistant manager's telling me to do it, so I've got to have a bit of faith, and I've got to kind of agree with what he says. Now, Stephen Kingsley, I think, can come back in for this game. He's going to be playing at left back over Freer. Nothing against Freer, he's just not really the player that should be starting at left back in a massive game like this. Peter Haring, unfortunately, how long is he out for? 3 to 4 months. Jesus Christ, 3 to 4 months. So that's a massive blow. I forgot it was that long. He picked up that injury in the Betfred Cup game against, was it Montrose or Arbroath? Someone like that. Some shite team. Anyway, he's picked up that massive injury, so that's going to be him out till at least, January? This isn't good, man. His injuries galore. Like, what the hell is happening here? John Suter, you can bring him back in, can't we? We'll make room for Suter. Make sure he's there somewhere. Hopskew, maybe bring this guy back in for maybe Elliot Freer. I believe we want Jamie Walker back into the starting 11. He can start in the advanced playmaker role. I don't think we want Lee in the ball-winning midfielder role. Perhaps that should be Andy Irvine's kind of position. Although Andy Halliday, let's see, Andy Halliday or Andy Irvine. Who do we go with? Both called Andy. Well, I think we'll put Andy Halliday in for now. See how he fits in that role. Or maybe switch him with Damore. See if that works. It might be slightly more suited to him. And then we've got Ginnelly, Walker, Witten. I don't know if we want Witten on the left. I think we'll bring in Lewis Moore and then swap Moore and Ginnelly, or is Ginnelly okay out in the right? Maybe Ginnelly's better off out in the right. And maybe instead of support, we also put Ginnelly on attack as well, inside forward on attack. So guys, that's going to be the team we go with then. Obviously, Craig Gordon as well. Almost forgot about one of the most important parts of the team. We need the captain in there. Now, we did replace Stephen Naismith as the captain. There's just no point Stephen Naismith being the captain this season. He's going to be out for, 8 months? So, Craig Gordon is the new captain, and Suter will retain the vice captaincy. Now, I could have just promoted Suter to captain, but you know what? I thought Craig Gordon would make a good choice. So, that is what we're going to go with. Mentality, we're just going to go with positive. I don't want to go too attacking because this is going to be a big game, guys. Make no mistake about it. Peter Haring's unavailable. Well, we'll drop him to the... Alright, then he can not be on the bench. I mean, I know he's injured, but it doesn't do him any harm sitting on the bench. Like, I mean, as long as he's 2 metres apart from the other guys, he'll be alright. Anyway, here we go. The guys are warming up here. Hopefully there's no more injuries in the warm-up. That's the last thing we need. We've got enough injuries. If we can just get through this without anyone dying or breaking a leg or something like that, it'd be great. Let's do the hands on hips. If we play our game, we'll win. You're very capable of that. I agree. If we play to the best of our ability, guys, we will win this match. Dundee are a solid team, but they ain't as good as us. I think that's the message here that I think I have to send to the lads. So let's see how they get on here in this big game. Hearts versus Dundee. It is a big game. It doesn't get much bigger, especially at this level of FIPA. Anyway, cross comes in. It's boot it away. McGowan will pick the ball. Plays it to Robertson. Robertson has a man on the overlap. Chooses not to use him. Goes back to Ashcroft, who launches a long ball up, and it finds Halkett, who takes care of the situation. Walker then through to Ginnelly. Ginnelly's shot blocked, and it's fallen for Lewis Muir, and he gets the first goal of the Scottish Championship. He's doing a bunch of handstands, somersaults. Jesus Christ. Last thing we need is an injury. Muir can't do just a simple celebration that a fat bastard would do. Just wave your fist or something, fist pump. Don't be doing all these mad somersaults. But anyway, Hearts take the lead 1-0. And now we have something to hold on to. Great start for us. Now Walker on the counter. Can we make it 2? Can we make it 2? It's Jamie Walker. He's been forced out to the left-hand side, but now he cuts in and he plays in Roberts. But what a save for the keeper! Jesus! Superman in net, sir. He's managed to get across and get a fingertip onto that. I don't know how he's done it. We need to drug test him after the game. Steroids there or some performance enhancement drugs. I don't know what it is, but he's on something. Arbroath have got a 2-0 lead over Raith Rovers, so Arbroath are the current Scottish Championship leaders, guys. Who would have thunk it? Now it's Afolabi. Who the hell is that? What a name that is. No idea who he is. You can see we've dropped down to 3rd in the table. Now we've moved up to 3rd. Make up your mind. Have we dropped to 3rd or moved to 3rd? Regardless, we're sitting in 3rd place, so I don't think that really matters. Arbroath 3-0. Ayr 3-0. The teams beginning with A are having a pretty successful start to the campaign, and Roberts with an easy tap in. Hits it over the bar, but it looks like the referee blew for a free kick, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. 35 minutes gone into this match. The ball launched up. Kingsley heads it back to Craig Gordon, the new captain, who punts it up to absolutely nobody. They're looking for a maroon shirt and just doesn't find one. Marshall to Byrne. It's Byrne, still Byrne. Is he going to make his field the Byrne? Hopefully not. Robertson, he's played through Avalobi, but Kingsley's there. He takes care of it. But Gordon puts his teammate under pressure. And what a shot that is. It's almost in there, Dundee. I think it was McGowan with the strike, and it was madness at the back for Hearts. A clearance, and he puts it off his own guy. What the hell was that all about? Almost putting ourselves in a shitload of trouble. Well, we did put ourselves in a shitload of trouble, but thankfully we were lucky enough to escape. And at the half time, we do have the lead, but Dundee are playing alright here, and we need to do something here. This game is not over. This game could easily turn into Dundee's favour if they get a goal. So outstretched arms here. No, we want to point the finger. We need you've played well so far, but there's still room for improvement. I agree. We're winning, but guys, come on, we can do better. We're giving Dundee too many chances. I think that's the right way to go about this. Maybe we'll change some instructions as well. Let me see here. We're already playing out of defence. Maybe we need to slow the tempo down a bit shorter. Yeah, the tempo's pretty high. We'll go. Passing directness, we're going to put a bit shorter, and the tempo we're going to bring down a wee bit. And we will begin to time waste in the second half because we can afford to do that. And yeah, for now I think that is it. And it was already 10 minutes gone in the second half. Madness. Craig Halkett though picks up a booking. He'll need to be careful. Might actually consider bringing them off. Last thing I want to do is to go down to 10 men. But I don't like disrupting the centre backs, especially like the back four and the goalkeeper. I don't like to take them off in important games. If you're keeping a clean sheet, I don't see the need to change it. The reason you bring on strikers is because you need a goal. So if you're keeping a clean sheet, it doesn't make much sense to take off a defender. But at the same time, we don't want to go down to 10 men. So we already know what it feels like this season to go down to 10 men. It was Jamie Brandon who got sent off in one of the Betfred Cup games, so we need to guard against that. Gianelli, though, out on the right, his cross is blocked. It will fall for Jamie Brandon. He keeps it in, just about. Brandon now plays it to Damore, who crosses it into Halliday, and Andy Halliday has put it wide. He was offside, so it wouldn't have mattered in the end, but come on, Halliday. You should be burying them all day long. That's not good enough. And could you imagine if that's onside and he misses that, it could come back to haunt us big time. I believe we'll make the subs now. Let's see here. Can we pause the game just in case we concede a goal? I've got a habit for making subs and then missing the goal, so we don't want to do that. But I think we are going to take off Halkett, or do we leave him? No, we're going to leave him. We'll risk it. We'll risk it for a biscuit. We're going to bring on Andy Irvine for Andy Halliday, who isn't playing that good, and we'll put him on he can play deep line playmaker or central midfielder on defend for now because we want to go a wee bit more defensive. Lewis Moore, the wingers are going to go on support instead of attack. And then we'll probably make another substitution here. Jordan Roberts will bring Craig Whiting on up front, and then maybe Ollie Lee as well in the midfield. Maybe I might bring in Ollie Lee just to try and fresh legs in the middle of the pitch, give us a bit more pace and a bit more energetic shit in the middle of the field. So that's what we're going to do. The guys, nothing against the guys we're taking off. Now, Andy Halliday's picked up a yellow as well. We've just took him off, so that's good. That is good. 7 minutes to go now. Just need to hang on. I mean, the game's almost done, so we should be alright. 3 minutes added on. Dundee have played well, but in the end, they didn't really offer that much. Especially in the second half, we seem to come into the game a lot more. But Dundee did themselves proud. Let's not get it mistaken here. They did do well, and they probably did deserve a draw from this game. But I felt like in the second half, I expected more from them. I expected them to create more chances and come looking for that goal to try and get back on level terms. But it never really happened. They sort of peaked in the first half. So thankfully for us, we get the win. We'll do the outstretched arms. A good win, boys. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. It was a good win for us. I think we could have played better, but we were against the second best team in the league and we managed to beat them while keeping a clean sheet. So you can't complain too much. There is the league table. You can see we're sitting in 5th place. We won't worry about that. I mean, we're sitting in 5th, but who knows, in a couple of games' time, I expect us to be sitting top. Arbroath, what a performance from them. 6-0 against Raith Rovers. An amazing result. It could be the biggest result this season. I mean, I'd be surprised if we can, if we can match that, or anyone can match that for that matter. The board respond to the board request senior affiliate, and they've rejected it. However, despite the board's initial request, we are willing to listen if you believe you can put. All right, we're going to discuss it with the board because I believe I can put a compelling argument forward. We should seek an affiliation with a suitable club that will enable us to sign good players on loan without the cost of their wages. Yep, that's what I basically want to say. Anne Budge says we'd rather the club do not rely on loan players. I mean, I would rather that too, but unless Anne Budge plans on giving me 25 million to spend next season, then we kind of need to convince. The financial benefit from this will really help the club grow. That's what I'm going to go with. She says, although we wouldn't usually respond well to a laboured point, your passion on this issue isn't going unnoticed. After considering what you said, we've decided to grant your request. This concludes this meeting. You know where to find us if you want to talk about anything else. So they've agreed then to go and find us a senior affiliate. Now, I don't know when they will find the club. I don't know who they will find. I don't know if they'll let us choose. I don't know how many options there'll be. Actions that the board have agreed to look into finding a suitable senior affiliate to link up with. So I guess we just need to leave it now. It's all down to the board. But there's not a lot we can do. Anyway, here is the news report. Scottish Championship, Hearts edged tight Dundee contest. It was a tight contest, and I'm glad we got the win in the end. Player of the match was Lewis Moore with his goal, 7.3 match rating, and he did the job there. But in the end, it was a pretty. We dominated, we edged possession. Well, I say edged. We controlled possession. 63% is pretty good. Dundee had more shots, but we got the goal, so you know what? It's all about that. And that's our first Scottish Championship win, 4 months in charge. So again, can't really complain. It's been a pretty good start here. Press conference. We need to attend it. It's the first championship game. Of course, I'm going to attend it. As the season goes on, we'll send the assistant. But for now, I want to go here and bask in my glory. Let's see here. Do you feel your ambitions for the club are matched by the chairman? Of course, I do. Yes, our discussions are often creative, and there are a lot of good ideas floated which promise good things for the future. Yes, that's exactly. This was John Suter's 100th league appearance for Hearts. Just how an important player has he been. I didn't realise that. 100 games for Suter. That is amazing. It's a great achievement and shows what a wonderful servant John has been to the club and its fans. Yep, absolutely. Do you feel like you have the upper hand over James McFake when it comes to mind games now? I'm going to go neutral. I don't really want to discuss that right now. I'm not really here to talk about mind games. I'm not in the right frame of mind to play mind games. I just want to focus on my Fitba. I don't want to play mind games in case we lose them. Fuck, I could say, yeah, we've won the mind games, and next time we play Dundee, the tank is 10-0, then I look like an absolute idiot. So we'll avoid mind games for now. How are things between you and the chairman? Should not be chairwoman technically, since it's Anne Budge, but I don't know. It's a very positive relationship that I hope bears rewards on and off the pitch, of course. Thank you, everyone. That is all the questions we have for today. So that is it, guys. There you go again. Everything is, we're friendly with Rachel Mackay, which is good news. So at least we've got one reporter that likes us. I'm happy to announce that the board will shortly begin the search for the suitable senior affiliate. A list of clubs should be formalised within the next month. So we need to wait a month, which is pretty disappointing. But at least they've agreed. So we can't really, rub our nose at it. I mean, they've agreed to do it, so that's the main thing. The only bad news is we do have to wait a month, which I guess isn't great. But it is what it is. Scottish Championship kicks off. Average goals per match, 3.2. Pretty big amount of goals there. And I believe I just seen up next we have Arbroath, who are top of the table. We do. So we're taking on the league leaders and their manager, Dick Campbell. My God, 6-0. I mean, I don't think they'll repeat 6-0 against us, but I mean, if they do, I might just hand in my resignation, because that would be an awful result if we concede 6 goals to Arbroath. We have the weekly loan roundup here for Hearts, and you can see the 2 players that we've got out on loan, Harry Cochrane and Sean Ward, both getting sent off in their games. Man, that is madness. Harry Cochrane was sent off from Montrose in the 2-1 defeat against Falkirk in League One, and Sean Ward was also sent off during Gala Ferrydean Rovers 1-0 defeat against Cumbernauld Old Colts. I mean, Jesus Christ, we send these guys out on loan to get playing time, and it looks like they're sitting on the seats. They're sitting in the stands most of the time with red cards. I don't know what's happening here. What are the players doing to us? So the Scottish Championship Team of the Week has been announced, and there's no Hearts players in it, and it's to no surprise there is 8, yes, I repeat, 8 Arbroath players in this team. How the hell is that even possible? I don't know, but they had 8: Gaston, O'Brien, Little, Hamilton, Lynn, Smith, Cragen and Roof. That is madness. I don't think you'll ever see that again. 8 players from one team. The only way you get that is if there's only one game on, and one of the teams did really well. But to get 8 out of a full fixture, that's mad. So you know what? Fair play to Arbroath. They probably deserved their 8 players there. They almost got more players than they did goals. That's madness, and they got 6 goals. So that just shows you how well everyone played. And in breaking news, Stephen Naismith, one of our main mans, our captain, just until last week, has decided he's made his final decision and he's going to retire. He's going to hang up the boots. He is no longer going to be a Jambo. He will no longer wear that maroon shirt. He is gone. He's decided to call it a day and retire. Now, I did try and convince him a couple weeks ago when he announced that he was planning on retiring, but ultimately, it looks like I haven't been able to change his mind, and that is it. Stephen Naismith is gone. No longer a Hearts player. No longer a player. He's gone. He's done. He has retired. Even though we had a contract, he's apparently walked out on it, so I don't know what happens for here. He said he plans on retiring on the 24th of October. I don't know if we have any legal rights, whether we can do anything about it. I don't know how it works. I mean, I guess the only positive is we're going to be saving money on the wages once he goes. He is on 4.5 grand a week, and that was until 2023. But I mean, Stephen A. Smith, he wasn't that old. He was still a key player for us, so it's disappointing to lose him. But what can we do? I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have retired without that massive injury, the damaged cruciate ligaments. That's obviously took an effect on him, and he's decided rather than sit out for an entire year, he's just going to decide to retire early, which I don't agree with. But what can we do? We already asked him. We tried to get him to reconsider. He didn't reconsider, and now he has officially retired. So that's a bit of a sour note, guys, to end this episode on. Stephen A. Smith is gone. I didn't think that I would never sit here and play this Hearts Football Manager save and not get to commentate on a Stephen A. Smith goal, but it turns out that is the case. So I don't know, maybe would he play maybe a testimonial in the future sometime? I don't know if that's going to happen or not, or maybe he's a Judas, maybe he'll come out of retirement and go back to Rangers or something. I don't know what's happening, but for now, it looks like Stephen A. Smith is no longer a Hearts player, and he is gone. And that's going to do it, guys, for this episode. Next time, we'll be taking on Arbroath, and it looks like it's going to be a battle at the top of the table. We're taking on the league leaders, Arbroath, the team with 6 goals. That's mad. That is absolute mad. Hopefully, we're not the next victims to the goal-scoring Arbroath. But anyway, guys, that's it. Leave your comments down below. What's your thoughts on Stephen A. Smith retiring like that? I know it was a bad injury, but I think he should have stayed. I think he should have... I don't know. Next year we'll probably be in the Premiership. I think he should have given it one more year, see what happens. But he's decided against it. He's decided to retire, and I can't change his mind. Anyway, guys, that's it till next time. Let us know what you think, and until then, peace.